Have you lost your motivation to go for a walk every day? You're not alone. We all hit those days where it feels like putting on your shoes is the last thing you want to do. And it would be much nicer just to have another cup of coffee or sit back on the couch and watch another YouTube video or episode of whatever you're watching on Netflix. Walking isn't just good for your body, it's a real boost for your mind. And I've said it before, creativity, oh my gosh, there's nothing that unlocks creativity more than taking a good old-fashioned walk. But when your walking mojo disappears, it can be really hard to get back on track. And then it starts this slippery slope, right? The walking disappears, then the creative disappears, then the eating healthy disappears. I'm going to share with you 3 simple ways to get back your walking groove. Well, you're not even going to believe number 3 is coming from me, but you got to do what you got to do, right? If we haven't met before, my name is Karen and welcome to my channel. We don't wait until we reach our goals to be happy. We fall in love with who we are being along the way. And in this video, we are going to make sure that we're still moving our bodies so that that light, that aura that we have as a creative shines bright. Number 1, make walking fun. So the first fun activity that we're going to tag into your walking is social. Okay? So this can mean a number of things. If you don't have a family member or a friend that can be consistent with you every day as a significant time to go for a walk, you are in great company. That's never happened for me. One time I met 2 ladies and they walked together every single day. They would be going along the same route that I did when I was walking my dog Whiskey. And I asked them if they walked together every single day, like how long they've been walking best friends. And they laughed and they like, decades. We rarely go without each other. And I said, well, what happens when one of you can't go? And they said, well, we still go. We know we got to keep up with each other. And, then it gives me a chance to get a little ahead of her, one of them said. And, honestly, that's rare. But you can bring social and friendship into your walking experience no matter what you do. If you have a neighbor down the street that possibly has a dog that needs walking, that gives you a purpose, right? And you can take the dog for a walk. Maybe when you go for a walk, that's the time that you call your friend and talk on the phone. Do we still do that? Or is it just all text? Join an online community and share, pictures of your walks and stuff like that. There's lots of online communities. You can talk to yourself. Sometimes those are the most enjoyable conversations of all. Okay, maybe not. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is tracking. Again, we're taking this out of the punishment zone. A lot of times what can happen when we get into tracking, the number 1 thing that we track is our weight. That's not telling you anything. Especially if you're over 40 or 50 and that just doesn't budge. And honestly, when you're tracking just weight, it takes so much more than going for a walk to start shedding pounds that you don't want. It takes diet, it takes sleep, there's hormones involved. There's just so much. So stop putting that pressure on you. One of the things that causes weight gain is stress. That's a topic for another day. But that's the last thing you need to do when you're trying to get your mojo back. This is a time where everything is soft. Okay? Give yourself that break. You're tough on yourself enough. So if we start tracking things like activity and how we move and how much we move and how much more free we are in our bodies to move, how much better our pace gets and whatnot, wouldn't you agree that that's a better way to track things? It's a better way to reward yourself based on your energy and your consistency. I would agree too. This video is not sponsored by the activity tracker, But I was quite impressed with the whole vibe of it. Like there's lots out there, right? There's lots of free activity trackers. But what if you don't want a gadget or a device, yet you still want something to track? This activity tracker, all you need is a phone, right? And your phone becomes the thing that tracks your steps. This one you can search in your app store activity tracker, and it has a standard version which is free to download and use. This provides access to all the tracking features. You can track your steps, distance, calories, and it does give you your splits as well. Because it tracks your workouts on a GPS. So you can see your progress in detail. You can also share your results with friends and followers and more. So the free version does have ads though, but I will show you. The maker of this app was generous to give me a pro version. It shows you the activities. It puts the splits in there. The paid upgrade is if you want to sync your Apple Watch. Maybe you're measuring the distance, like how many steps it takes you to do the same distance or how much time it takes you to do the same distance. That's a great way to stay motivated beyond any other numbers that you might like conventionally we look for. Another nice thing about this, which I find is very forgiving, you can have your daily target, you can have a weekly target. So instead of the app nagging you on what you need to do this today, what if it's a rest day? Oh my gosh, like that's a biggest pet peeve. Like sometimes we legitimately need a rest day. And these apps are programmed to say, get moving, you're being lazy on your rest days, right? When you use an activity tracker, the data is there. You have something that is allowing you to see the success. You have something that you're able to push yourself a little bit on the edges to, really kind of challenge yourself, which always feels good. It always feels good when we're able to do something that we didn't think we were capable of until there was like a little nugget, like fireworks on an app going off, or the fact that you could share your tracking with a friend. This is the third tip. And you might be like, what? What are you saying? Let's start with the conventional way of what you would normally hear from Karen. Okay, what you would normally hear from me to get your mojo back is change your walking routine, change the place that you go, change the variation in your speed, make it exciting, make it spicy, drive somewhere, whatever you need to do to change that environment. Maybe take a playlist with you of music. I love my silent walking, but sometimes even myself likes a good playlist if I'm feeling low on motivation, if I'm feeling like I need something like a little bit of a pleasure to go along, like a reward as I'm doing it. Not a reward for doing it, but something that's like pleasure during the moment. I think that is very important to add reward systems to get your mojo going. I'm telling you, scroll. Scroll if that's your guilty pleasure. Get on Instagram and while you're walking, do an absolutely, full on death scroll, but don't feel guilty about it. Enjoy the thing that you consistently told yourself you shouldn't be doing, within limits. So if it's scrolling, if it's listening to, an audiobook that is like so way off the genre that you would normally listen to because maybe it feels a little out of character, you know what I'm saying? And allow yourself to have that guilty pleasure, pair it with your walking. Now, I'm not a fan of scrolling. I'm not a fan of multitasking, but I am a fan of you getting your butt back to the mojo, getting your butt in action or back in action. And sometimes We got to do what we got to do to get the habit stacked. So instead of waiting to give the reward during. What would that be? If you're walking outside and scrolling on your phone, please be careful. Go somewhere where there's like no vehicles at all. But you can listen to something, whatever you want to listen to. Maybe it's like YouTube videos or your creators or a comedian. Allow yourself to enjoy it. And if you're like inside and on a treadmill, turn the TV on, scroll, write emails, work, whatever it is that you feel like is making you feel guilty, but you enjoy doing it, pair it with walking. This comes with a caveat. You can't do that forever, because in order for walking to work in its full benefits, once you have the habit, the full benefits of walking is like taking a break for yourself, clearing your mind. It's great for your mental health. It's great for your physical health. And being able to do that without distractions is how you're going to really be able to connect with your body and get your vitality shining bright, get your mojo back so that you can show up being brighter than your competition. Yeah. So let's recap, shall we? Make it social. Even if you have to do what I did when I was 4 years old and kidnap the neighbor's dog. I didn't do it to go for a walk. I did it because it looked really cute in my stroller. I had to return it the very same day. Track something other than your weight. Track your energy, track your steps. Use a free tracking app, just like the one that I shared with you. I'll make sure that there's a link below. And the number 3 is, I want to say, do it dirty. Do it messy. Do whatever you need to do. Give yourself some indulgence during the walk, at least for the first month. Come back to this video when you need another kick in the butt, because motivation comes and goes. Most of the time, when you're not feeling motivated, 5 minutes in, you're feeling great. Sometimes our bodies just need a break. Just not a break that lasts a year, right? Am I right? Which one are you going to try first? Let me know in the comments below. Share with us what you do to get your motivation back. Like what's your playlist? Do you have a song? Share it below. I love that when the community shares tips with each other, so don't be shy. And if you're looking for a walking plan that works, I've queued up a video right here that you might want to watch next. Then YouTube says that you'd be interested in this video right here. And I'll see you over there. Bye for now.